bastard sermon, you motherfuckers.
Welcome to another episode of the Bastard Sermon. I'm one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Uke Lung.
I hate both of them, and I don't care if they ever introduce themselves. This week, we have on Will Feiner. You guys have heard him before. He's been on, I don't know, 3-4 times now. Him and Cody Knar were the last episode before COVID happened, one of the last episodes that we did in
Cody
studio.
Puscular now.
Yeah, Cody Puscular. Check him out. He's fucking solid. He did the art on the back of these sweet Transplant Production t-shirts that I'm wearing right now. Go and buy yourself one. Everybody give it the fuck up for Will Feiner.
Hold up. So they are still for sale?
They are still for sale.
Oh,
how much,
dude, I need to fucking reach out to you here shortly. I finally have money in my fucking pocket. I thought I missed the wave.
Nah, bro, go and get you one.
I've got money in my pocket.
As long
now.
as they keep
He's
generating
got money
Will
in
money,
his pocket.
As long as Will keeps making money, he's going to keep printing these fuckers, I hope. Or do some limited run shit and get him excited about the next one.
The original design, which Cody did, is I've only have, I want to say, about 45 left. The initial print was 100, and I sold out of those pretty quickly. So I reprinted 50, and those haven't sold super well so far, but there also just haven't been a lot of shows. And
This is my favorite T-shirt, like right
It's
now.
one of my favorites,
Out of
too.
T-shirts that I have, I don't.
That's just something I'm kind of keeping on deck. I'm gonna show you guys again so you can see real.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
see that?
baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's the back of the shirt that I'm wearing.
That's the design by Cody. And
Cody
then on my
Muscular.
other side, got the
Hell
sexy
yeah,
fancy
repping the Bastard
Cody.
Sermon merch.
Goddamn
Will,
right.
be honest with me. Do you sleep with our shirt?
What?
I do not, but I have worn the shirt a couple of times. And Patrick, I've worn your Dark Mountain Colt tie-dye shirt probably half a dozen times.
Do you ever, Will, in the bathroom, do you ever lay the Bastard Sermon hoodie down on the ground, stand on it, and then shave your pubes onto it, and then use it as like a pube collector that you can then dust the pubes out of the window on?
No, but I have wiped the dog's ass with it. So
Will,
maybe
Will, have you ever
Solid.
used the Bastard Sermon shirt as like a love stain rag?
Have you ever came onto the Bastard Sermon shirt?
No, man.
I've came on so many of my Bastard Sermon shirts, dude. It all comes out in the washer.
I hate you so much.
He was
I
so
for real have.
uncomfortable.
I've mopped jizz up off of my chest so many times with those shirts.
He said I for real have. He has no regard for the brand, dude. If I fucking nutted all over my girlfriend's chest and she's like, quick, I need a towel, and I'm looking around at my pile of laundry, the last one I'm grabbing is the Bastard Sermon t-shirt.
You're so disrespectful.
You're so into yourself, dude.
You're
Like,
goddamn right.
I
I'm
feel
a
like-
narcissist. How has that not shown itself?
Will, don't you feel like if Luke could suck his own dick, he would never stop doing it? Like, he would literally die of malnutrition because he would only survive on his own nut? Oh, shit. All right, so Will has serious things that he wants to talk about outside of nut trimming and fucking using T-shirts to mop up jizz. Will is a legit, solid fucking promoter in the Cincinnati area.
Factual.
If you guys aren't familiar with him and his Transplants Productions company, he was setting up Bastard Fest for us before it unfortunately got canceled due to COVID. He also does a fuckload of incredible shows like Transplant Fest that he sets up every year, which I'm sure also got fucked by COVID. God damn you, COVID.
COVID's fucked
And-
up everything.
I'm going to fight it.
You're the reason we have cool extreme metal shows around the area, like in the North Side area, and I'm sure in other areas, but that's where I've been to the majority of your shows. With all this stuff going on, dude, what do you have to offer people right now as far as shows go, and like what are the restrictions and shit?
That's a pretty broad question. I'll answer the first part of it for sure right off the bat. Got 3 shows that are announced coming up. 2 in October. 1 just got announced today, a Halloween show. There's a show happening October 23rd, about a week before that on a Friday. That will be the first regional band, non-local Cincinnati Dayton band that I have brought in post-COVID lockdown. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's the Southgate House Revival. And that will be in the Sanctuary Room, which is the downstairs room at Southgate. I don't know if any of you three have been there.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
Yes.
But we had asked the September 5th Blessed Black show in the sanctuary. We had a 50 cap, and we had set up basically when we were doing the room. We set up for 75 to social distance. And so we didn't really sell more tickets than we originally said because we were like, well, you know, we didn't really feel ethically right about that just because some people rush to buy pre-sales.
Has it like just totally killed the promoting game? All this shit going on. I mean, are venues like it's just probably so hard to just do your job, like your passion project. Is it like hurting?
Well, this is just what the job is right now, man. You know,
We've lost your audio a little bit. Hold on.
I'm
I'm sorry, Will. Back up real quick and say that again. I don't think they're going to be able to hear what you said.
Oh, sorry about that.
Not your fault. Connection issues.
This is just kind of what the job is right now. You know, most in a lot of areas, you know, we're I hate to think of it that way, but it really is like a blessing in disguise where we live. There's a lot of like places in Ohio and other states where people aren't either able or they don't have any promoters or venues stepping up to throw shows, you know. So we're fortunate in that sense, you know, that the Southgate House and the Fuzzy Stockades are motivated to open their doors, you know, to shows. You know, you mentioned Northside. You know, that was the hub of what I was doing as far as booking for the most part, you know, with Northside Tavern and the Yacht Club and also Urban Artifact down there for pretty much the first like 2.5 years of transplant. You know, and pretty much nothing. This was a question that somebody asked on Facebook when I posted in the transplant Facebook group, you know, asking for things to talk about. And he was asking, you know, what's going on in Northside. You know, from what my understanding is I'm not booking anything at the Yacht Club or the Tavern or Urban Artifact this year. Urban Artifact has been live streaming sets, and I believe they've been recording those sets, some of which have been released digitally online. So definitely check them out. Check out the Radio Artifact page. They're doing some cool things for musicians that are wanting to play in a live setting and get that kind of media out to their fans, you know, without having to have people in the room with them.
We've had Mark Borson on the show before.
Got going on. That's pretty cool. And they've got a sick setup, and they've got two of the best sound engineers in Cincinnati, Devin Brooks and Andrew Tetrick. So definitely check out what they have going on. Tavern, I mean, I'm sure they're glad to have their bar business, and they're not taking risks. You know, and most small businesses aren't, you know, that have that restaurant business like Yacht Club or that bar business like Tavern. And most of the small businesses are, what's up, Patrick?
Oh, I was just letting them know I'm ready to say something after you're done here. Go on.
We just do that so that we know internally. No, you're all right.
No. It was something that somebody, you know, reached out and wanted answered on the podcast. So I thought I would just touch on that a little bit. So definitely support all of those venues. You know, if you live in Northside and you're going out for a beer, definitely support Tavern. They have supported many local artists over the years, and just because they can't right now doesn't mean they're Missouri sports. Same with the Yacht Club. I know they have, you know, their restaurants open on most days, I think, actually, for carryout, and they're doing some dining on their patio. So,
yeah,
we
definitely have to hit that up.
Small businesses need support now more than ever. So
yeah, for sure. I mean to interrupt you. We talk over each other a lot, so we try to lift our fingers so maybe we can get our chance to talk. So don't worry about it for us. It's our fault.
And if I have two, I'll use
yeah,
both
2 fingers is an emergency. But when it comes to like the venue, I mean, why aren't they doing more outdoor shows? I feel like this is like a golden opportunity to do outdoor shows. It's just
they just don't have the infrastructure. A lot of places don't. Like, so the places that have it are doing it. Like, that's why Dave Chappelle's doing his, like, as far as comedy, I know the comedy world more than I know music, but I know that he's got like his little Yellow Springs thing where they have the space already and the land that they can do the social distancing. A lot of these venues,
because it's private land.
Sure, but
he's
a lot
doing
of these
it on his ranch.
Yeah, bitch.
What? Anyways, so the venues that he's talking about, though, they're all set up to work internally, to work from the inside of their establishment. They're not already set up to have a big outside place to do that with. If they had that land, I'm sure they'd be doing it. I'm sorry to...
You're hitting the nail on the head, Cody. Most of the small, mid-sized venues and bars that hold the 250 to 500 cap shows, you know, which is most of the good venues in Cincinnati, You know, most of those places aren't. They have to be able to keep half their capacity socially distant. Most of those places are set up to be packed at like half to 3/4 their capacity. So, which is part of what makes shows with them so fun, because you get to see big bands and have that like intimate experience. But at the same time, you know, right now most of those places are just not willing to risk. It's when they have other business to be made. You know, many of them were shut for months. You know, some of them up to 3 months. You know, so.
Yeah,
I
dude.
can't blame anybody for the decisions that they're making in the best interest of the business right now. So, you know, in a venue like Southgate House over in Kentucky, they don't open their doors except for music. So they are motivated, you know, to be able to continue to make money, to pay employees that count on their wages. And
No bar? They're not doing the bar?
So, they do the bar, but they don't typically open unless it's for, they may be opening like select nights for just the bar, but
That
I know
makes sense.
typically they do not just staff a bartender on the weekdays
Hope he keeps
Right.
or the
shit,
weekends
this
that I'm
business.
aware. They might do Fridays and Saturdays. I really couldn't tell you. I know that the staff that I talked to the last show that I was in there, you know, two of them hadn't really worked a show in months, and the other one was a girl that had bartended the last show, the other show that I had done there. So,
As a dude that loves this scene in general, but like as far as going out to shows, which I know that you love, and as a promoter, like does it make you feel like almost like super depressed with all this shit going on? Like you want to stick a gun in your mouth because your business can't take off and there's nothing going on? Or is it like...
He's asking if you want to stick a gun in your mouth because of COVID. God.
Well, yeah, but or is it like, yeah, this sucks now, but when all this is over and they have a vaccine, is it kind of like the amount of people that are going to want to go out in droves to go see and support anything going on, local shows, it doesn't matter, headline, like big national acts, people just want to get the fuck out of the house and go do something fun. Are you looking forward to that, or is it like, is the depression crushing you right now? Like where's your mind at right now?
I don't want to make light of how dire the situation is, because there are a lot of people that are worse off than myself. You know, I'm not a touring musician that relies on being able to play shows, you know, half to 3/4 of the year to pay my bills. I have a night job, you know, so I'm fortunate in that regard. So, you know, as far as a situation where I am providing, you know, some of the very few amount of shows that people have access to, and being able to do that and do it effectively, there's not really a lot of room for negative thing in regards to what's going to happen. You know, if we want live music to come back, you know, you don't want to overstep things, but somebody has to be at the forefront and push the issue. You know, I don't think that it's something that is unbehoo. I just think that there's very few businesses and people willing to take that risk. And I think that the most frustrating thing, you know, which again, I've, you know, tried not to dwell on, but the most frustrating thing is when they change everything around. You know, that has been the most frustrating part, you know, as far as saying, oh, well, bars can be open till so-and-so. Wait, now it's 10 p.m. You know, now in Kentucky it's 11 p.m. You know, what difference does an hour make? You know, it would be a lot easier if they said, these are the protocols. This is the next protocol. And until we move to that, nothing's going to change, you know. But it just seems like things are changing around all the time because new data is released, or, you know, different people have opinions on the matter, or, you know, whatever. That's the part that makes it hard, you know. Unless these places are just told they can't be open and we can't, you know, have people in a room together, then I mean, we're gonna continue to do it. So.
Now, that makes me wonder, when you're measuring your penis, do you measure from the tip to the base, or do you measure, like, wrap around the balls 3 times with the rope and then go back of the ankle and then back up, or how do you measure your dick?
Good Lord.
I was just trying to tie it into what he was
Well, I
talking
can't
about.
say I've
Literally.
measured it. It never looked big enough to measure to me. So.
You never measured your dick ever?
You've never measured it?
I'm working
Don't
with
lie to us, Will.
Dude, 6 inches. I know exactly what I'm working with, and I'm talking. I have to like press the fat down around the base to get 6 inches. It's probably 5. It's probably 5 3/4, dude.
Cody,
It's probably
Cody,
5
6
3/4.
inch-
But I
Cody's
push
saying-
it down and I measure from the bottom of the balls, like where I can see like the tube going down into the balls. I'm like there. That's the beginning of the
Cody
penis.
has many a time said his dick is super small. So when he says 6 inches, I'm imagining he's pulling it to the maximum length it can go. Like he's just. It's not an accordion, you know.
If you just had to guess, how many inches?
How many inches is Cody, you think?
Oh, I told you just now.
Like, honestly.
about Will?
Not just
Cody's
bullshit.
6, then I'll say 6. If Cody's 6,
Yeah,
I'll say
dude.
6.
Fucking Zoom high five on the
Sounds
fucking
about right.
6-inch brothers.
You're
Hell
giving
yeah,
him
dude.
a big head.
Good lord.
Yeah, man.
It's not a big head either, Pat. It's a normal size.
We're at a show in Northside sometime in the future, you know, and it's like last band's about to go on, taking that in between the third and fourth band piss. We can check and see if we.
Would you ever?
Like we could go side to side,
We
like
said-
dick
yeah.
to
Would
dick.
you guys like be honest? Like, if Cody was like, "Hey, you want to measure your dick in the bathroom with me? Like, we can measure
Dude,
dicks."
that would require a hard dick. How are me and Will going to
No,
maintain
you don't
a
need a
hard
hard dick.
penis unless it's one of these amazing transplant shows that Will's going to be putting on after all this COVID shit dies down, and then my dick won't stop being hard the entire fucking
Dude, you
show.
just measure softies, floppies.
What? No, I'm working with
You know?
3 inches soft. Come on, 3 inches of sad, floppy, half-used eraser dick.
That's
No
awful.
thanks, Will. I don't want to go softy to softy. All right, we'll both be sad
Can
for each
anyone,
other. And
can
then we'll have
anyone
to
else
drink each other.
feel the pity emitting off of me right now?
Don't feel bad, dude. No, I'm cool with
I
it.
feel kind of bad.
Proud
for
of my
you.
dick. It's all good. I ain't
Proud of
mad
that.
at it.
No, I'm not
eraser.
pitting you. I'm pitting Allie, bro. Say that.
God, go fuck Allie. You feel so bad for her, dude. Go give her some of that deep dick, dude. Let her know what's up.
Jesus Christ.
She's not gonna be happy when we have to edit this.
I don't think
She
so.
listens in when you edit these, right?
All right.
Did you talk about me here? Did you talk about me there?
She got mad at me for the Lloyd thing, but just for a second, when we were, remember when you were like, you know, this is gonna be a problem for you in editing. Whenever I said,
And it was.
no, she was like, no. The worst part was I went to go take a piss. Right, I was drinking, editing, went to go take a piss, and I came back, and she was like, "You fucking prick! You say that you watch my stupid TikTok videos to get laid," and I was like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah."
Am I
Just
wrong?
all like arms in the air energy, like not even like saying words, just like little cat noises, like "Meh, meh, meh." Like I didn't know where to go with it.
You caught me. Whoops.
There's Cody, that rascal.
Yeah, dude. All right,
Will, is there any anti-maskers at your show? Like any shows that you've gone to? Because I gotta
What's that?
admit,
I missed the first part of the question.
I love on the internet. It's one of my favorite things and only reasons I really ever go on besides Dark Mountain Cult to see the anti-mask Karens that go into the anti-mask Karens that go into like Kroger's or whatever, and they fucking say, "Oh, I have a disability. I'm not wearing it." Are there like metalheads out there that say, "I have a disability and I can't wear a mask as I'm out here making the mosh pit"?
Well, I don't know. That sounds more like a people question than a metalhead question.
But are there metalheads out there?
Well,
that
they're
are
people.
anti-mask?
Okay, fuck the metalhead part.
I'm
Is there
sure
people
are,
out there
because
that
there's
do
a lot
that?
of metalheads.
No, but I mean, he's saying at your shows, like, have you encountered any
Or do you
like
encounter 'em in
hardcore
general?
anti-maskers?
Dude, you have to wear the mask to get in. We've made that very clear on all the shows. So there was a show at the Southgate House, which I don't want to give it too much attention. It wasn't one of my shows, but they had an issue with somebody saying they didn't want to wear a mask. And they,
What happened?
you know,
They're not metal, bro.
stopped the show. Left. So,
They kicked him
stopped
out,
the show.
right?
Yeah, they kicked him out and he resisted. So then they stopped the show till he left. But
Damn.
I don't want to give that too much screen time.
No, it's
You
a
know,
good story.
we
Why
haven't
the
had
fuck
any
would
issues.
anyone want to get in a fucking fight over a piece of cloth? Like, oh my god,
Because
dude.
people are retarded.
Why do you want to
Patrick.
get in a
That's
physical
why.
altercation? I understand that people are fucking idiots, but it's just like, what the? You want to get hit? You want to argue with someone?
Well, I can say, Patrick, I can say this. There's plenty of people at the shows that I don't think want to wear the mask, but they do because that's what they need to do. You know, I think that's the majority of people in general.
Yeah, it's the only decent thing to do right now.
You know, typically the people that fight against the norm are the people that are the loudest. They kick and they scream a little bit, so those people tend to stand out. But we haven't had any issues at shows. There's people that don't like it. I've had some people grumble to me about it, but for the most part, people that have an issue just don't come. And that's the same as with people that are worried about being sick. I'm like, well, you shouldn't come. We're not advertising this show for you.
I imagine Will sitting there. I imagine Will sitting there at the entrance like, oh, you're not going to wear a mask? Then get the fuck out!
No, they hire
Will
bouncers for that job. I don't think Will's
Get the fuck out of here!
No, they have people for that, Patrick. You used to play for a fucking metal band. You don't know? Was the promoter ever out there like fucking kicking people in the face?
I'll destroy you! Hold up. First off, yes, that does happen. There's promoters who can't get people to work for them, and they run the doors. Absolutely, that's a real thing. I'm making a joke.
I know less about this than I pretend to.
Did you just see this guy, this no band having ass motherfucker? Just
Cody
like,
always acts like
don't you know how venues run with security, Patrick?
Yeah.
Well, Patrick used to play the fucking basement of Donato's, so yeah, Donato's basement doesn't have security.
What the fuck is
Will's
a
working at
Donato's?
professional establishments, all right, not some
Donato's.
Yeah, not the closet of a
Did
Domino's.
you just hear
all right?
this non-band having ass motherfucker discredit your band having ass?
Willful ignorance.
Yeah, and
willful ignorance.
Dilapidated construction sites that Pat illegally played in. Yeah, they didn't have bouncers there.
It was good
Well,
times.
every
How
show
dare
is
you shit
different.
on the Mad
I've probably ran door for half a dozen of my shows in Cincinnati.
See, Cody, you're a fucking
just
idiot.
because sometimes it's just what it requires. If you're on a tighter budget, maybe you take the door and rely on the sound guy a little bit more for the changeovers and whatnot. But
So you agree?
at these shows, Southgate employs a door person, that informs people of the protocols. And at Fuzzy's Tacos, Cody, I know you want to say something, but at Fuzzy's Tacos, that's a little bit more of a DIY setup. So I'm definitely at the door for the Fuzzy's Tacos shows with the temperature gun and sticking bracelets. So
Nunchucks for the non-maskers?
So
yeah,
you
just
basically
is what it is.
agree with us by Luke and Patrick here. You agree that Cody's a fucking idiot and doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, right? Right?
Well, naturally, he's
Right?
met me before.
Don't answer for him.
He's met me before. He knows I'm a fucking idiot. He's not going to say it because he's a diplomat.
No, I want
he's
him to
the
say it.
politician of promoters.
I want
all
him to
right?
say it.
He's going to give a very fair and just answer. Well, the way that I've measured
Just lay it out.
I want to give it
Will.
too much attention.
Lay it out. Tell him the truth. Give him the cold-hearted truth. He's wrong.
Cody is an idiot, but I love him.
I love you, Will.
I could
You
still
got
clap.
You got the first ever round of applause that didn't come from the intro. The first ever. There's never been
That's
another.
fucking real. That's actual. I'm pretty certain
No,
that's
wait.
real.
When
Yeah.
Eamon did his when he did his voice thing, we gave him a round of applause. You're one of two.
I love his
One of
voices.
two out of 136 episodes. That's pretty good. God damn it. Calling me an idiot. That's all it took. I am curious. What is?
Idiot.
Yeah, I'm a fucking retard. Everyone knows that. Look at my big stupid fucking head. Of course.
Oh man, that's a classic sermon moment.
It's not
right there.
knowledge in here. There's not a bunch of knowledge in this big. It's all water. It's all water.
It's water.
It's
It's
alcohol.
death information. It's-
Will, what are your favorite? Do you have any standout like door stories since you have worked the door a bunch? Like anything that stands out to you, like just off the top of your head, like something fun or something dark. Doesn't matter.
As far as working door, it's always cool whenever you see like, if there's a couple times like notable musicians have showed up at a show.
Like who?
So it's
Who have
cool
you
to
met?
see who comes in. Well, I don't really want to like drop too many names.
Fergie.
Just people from the area. People from bands in the area when they travel to see a show that you put on. That always means a lot. People from Louisville, Indianapolis, Columbus. Anytime people from outside the immediate scene come out to your shows, that always makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
And not
man.
only it makes me feel good about the shows that I'm promoting, but it speaks to the level of metal that we have in the city, that people will drive 2 to 3 hours one way and watch that.
That's
So
like the
that's
beauty of a
what-
tri-state, you know? That you just get a little bit of every little corner of all the states, and they can all just drive down and come see it. Cincinnati is such a cool place to have shows. I think so for sure.
One time I bribed the door guy to an industrial show. I was kind of drunk. He was in like I didn't have the money for the show, but I had cocaine in my pocket. So I was like,
Cocaine.
"Hey, want to do some blow? And you let me in for free?" And he was like, "Ah, you don't have coke." And I was like, "Ah, right here. So do blow in the bathroom." And then he was like, "Yep, you're in."
I would have loved it.
You
if
ever
he
get
just,
drugs for a ticket instead? You ever like trade blow for like yeah?
You ever done narcotics for ticket entry?
Like, you accepted drugs for money.
I don't do drugs, man.
Yeah, he's straight
Sick.
edge.
Me neither.
He's
Fictional
straight edge.
stories only.
Do you remember that time where we had a bouncer decline Luke at our own bastard sermon bash?
That
Do you
was
remember
wild.
Was he there? Was Will there?
Were you there, Will, for that? Do you remember that?
I remember I did not make the bastard bash.
So we had the Bastard Bash at Arcade Legacy Bar Edition, my
Without-
favorite bar.
Without
for
telling
sure.
them that we were doing it, which was the worst mistake of all time.
Oh, they said it was
the
the
COVID started.
yeah. It was this was forever ago. Dude, they said it was the busiest night they ever had, and I felt bad a little bit after walking out. I was like, oh shit, because there was like almost 300 people there. It felt like I don't know how many. There was a fuck ton.
There was
but
a lot of busters there.
the whole place was packed. You couldn't like walk down the hallway or whatever. And everybody's calling me Chicken Fingers because of you fucking assholes. And I don't like that nickname, so don't call me that.
Everyone called you Chicken Fingers?
I kept getting called Chicken Fingers.
I like it, chicken
Patrick
fingers.
Chicken Fingers Seda.
I hate that shit.
Oh, we're bringing that back
But
tonight.
yeah,
Stop eating chicken
so
fingers.
it was like an awesome time, and people drove like hours to come out and see it. And I was so shocked that anyone listened to us at all or knew about the event. So Luke had one of those new licenses where basically they have to give you like a piece of paper, and it's legal. And then they use their old license because I guess they were doing a new format, and they hole punch it. And the fucking bouncer there just did not believe Luke with this legal paperwork, and he just sat outside.
Dude,
No, it's
the
way
whole
worse.
night.
It gets
Pat's,
way worse.
Pat's not even telling
It
the
was
story
way
good.
worse.
Pat's
I'm
so
not.
shitty at telling stories, just
He-
like he is with like eating food that's made for adults. Chicken fingers or dive. No,
So I showed up to the bar, and the cocksucker's like, this isn't real, and I had to explain to him that it was because cops accept it. And then he said, "No, well, I can't."
no, but it was
And
it's
then
the printout, right?
it's the
fucking,
printout
It's
from
a piece
the
of paper.
from the
when you get the new
BMV.
ID, they gotta mail you the ID now because it's safer to mail
Yeah.
it.
And
to
Luke
you.
had this cowboy mustache the whole time, so it totally didn't look fake.
Was
right?
that the porn stash era?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I missed
Okay.
that. You should bring that
I'll,
back.
I'll bring it back.
So,
Girlfriend
anyways, you
doesn't
bring
like
the
it.
paper in. The bouncer's like, "Nah, we can't take that." You're like,
I
"Fuck,
do.
dude, my house is like 45 minutes away."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, sucks to be you, bitch." And then everybody's
Damn.
there to see us. So fucking the whole bar is in there for us, which was insane to me. Well, I'm sure there was people that weren't.
And Cody and Patrick are like, "This is the greatest time of my life. I've never felt more famous."
Allie took Molly, and I was fucking drunk.
Oh,
out
I
of
have a
my
story from
mind.
that.
And then I took Molly that night and got way too fucked. But
So I got home.
yeah.
I got home and I got my
You guys should promote shows for real.
I
You guys
got
should promote shows. All you had to do was post some shitty memes in a Facebook group, and 300 people showed up. So
Yeah.
On
that's
accident, we were
true.
just like, "Hey, fucking come
Hey, except like all those people were kicked out because fucking they don't listen to the show. So.
I jest. I half jest.
Go ahead." Wait, you have
Oh
to.
no, that was the joke.
Do you-
Was it? That's how bad my jokes are.
Did
No,
you?
I didn't. I must. I thought you said I have to ask. I have to ask. I thought that's what you
Oh
said.
no, I said I half jest.
Oh, you have just.
Yeah, you're an idiot, Cody.
No, it can't hear him very good.
But can you imagine how? I mean, sorry, Luke. Can you imagine how shitty that must be to be in a podcast and you have your own like event and then you can't even get in and you just sit outside the whole time?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
dude.
Luke.
Dude,
Goddamn.
this is how fucking lame Luke is. All he had to do for real was be like, "All right, I'm not allowed in. Cool." The bar that we were at, you could have just walked around the back and jumped over the fucking chain link fence, and you would have been in, and dude would have never known.
But see, this dude made me so mad because not only did he not let me in the first time, and then told me that I would if I showed him my expired one, and then made me drive back home to
Hey,
show him my expired one.
got a
I
question.
wanted this motherfucker to watch me from the street as I called him a fat piece of shit for the rest of the night. Go ahead, Will.
I didn't appreciate when you called him the N word, but
I did not call him the N-word.
I wasn't
did
there
not
for
call him
this.
the N-word.
He didn't. I'm joking.
Okay,
it's a terrible joke.
He might
Will,
have.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Will.
Sorry.
Piece of shit.
No, I was gonna ask what he looked like because there was a bouncer there that used to give me a hard time about bringing my backpack in when I would hang
It's
flags.
the same guy, I bet.
Was he the fat fuck that probably couldn't get around from place to place without some sort of motorized assistance?
He was maybe 6'1",
Maybe
350
600 pounds.
short hair, like I don't
Short
know,
black hair.
black dude with a hoodie
Mixed.
and jeans. Was
Yeah.
he mixed, dude?
Yeah, he was mixed.
Was that him, Will?
Was it him?
The guy that I'm thinking of, but he didn't look like he needed to be in a wheelchair. He just looked like a
No,
large
he
fella.
wasn't that
Yeah,
fat.
we're over-exaggerating.
Nah,
Over-exaggerating.
that dude needed to cut back on whatever Hostess cakes he was eating on his lunch on the regular. Otherwise, he was gonna lose a toe.
He was
That's
a little
how fucking
fatter
fat
than me.
dude this dude
He was a little fatter than me.
No, he was a fat fuck, and
Is
he
how you
needed
feel
to be
about
shamed
me?
for
Fat
it.
boy.
Jesus.
Fat boy.
Yeah, you fat fuck.
Fat boy.
You fucking. What, you think you feel good by telling people no at the door because you were told no for pussy all your high school career, bitch? I'll fucking end you right
You
now.
know, that whole...
You're still mad at this dude. This
Dude,
was
I
so
hate
long
him
ago.
so much, dude. I hold
it could have been the
grudges.
greatest night of your life.
It could have been.
But nope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
But
I'm just
you were telling
I'm
a
left with
story,
anger.
Cody, about how Ollie and you guys were on Molly that night.
What's her name?
Or you and
Her
Allie.
name's Ollie.
No, I said
Keep
you
going.
and Allie.
You and Molly.
Did I fuck that up?
Yeah, you said you and
Whatever.
Molly took
I've had
Allie.
I've told this story before. Allie took Molly. She had a good time. And then we had more Molly left over at the house because I had caught Molly a couple days before that. She took it because she was going to be the designated driver. And then she was fucking like high as shit on Molly. Having a great night and shit. Like Tiff like, hung out and with her. And she was like, I'm rolling balls right now. And she was like, and he was like, cool, let's just hang out. Like, and then like fucking Steve Worth is up there and fucking Clint's up there and we're all hanging out having a great fucking time. Allie's rolling balls. I got too drunk and I knew I was about to black out and make it a bad time for
Surprise,
myself and
surprise.
everybody else. So I was like, you know what? Time for Cody to leave. So we leave. Allie drives us back to the house and I go to sleep, or at least that's what I thought that I did. Then I wake up like an hour and a half later, like, oh God. Oh God, what the fuck? What is this feeling? Like it just felt like there was like pins underneath my skin, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? And Allie was like, oh, you shouldn't have ate that Molly. And I was like, what Molly? And she was like, you got home and insisted on eating the rest of that half a gram of Molly. And I was like, I ate half a gram of Molly. And I was on the floor like, oh, I'm going to die. And she's like, you're not going to die, but you probably don't feel real good right now being hungover and on Molly.
So that wasn't the
love
story
it.
I was going to tell. The
love
story that I was going to tell is that someone that I used to work with, this big nerdy guy, he came out to the event. I don't know why he did. He just came.
Yeah.
And he's like one of those guys that's super vanilla, doesn't really go out and party or anything. He just
Yeah.
does the same shit every day kind of thing. And he came out and he was wearing like his work outfit and shit, trying to look nice. And Allie decided, and I don't know if she remembers this, but she decided to take it upon herself to try to get this guy laid by someone at the bar.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and so I don't know. I wasn't there the
Did
whole
she
night.
fuck your friend?
The plot
Tell me now.
thickens.
No,
To go home
no.
and fist fight
She
my
was
girlfriend,
trying-
dude.
No, she was trying to like be a wingman for the guy. No, she was trying to be a wingman for the guy, and I remember the guy. He left mysteriously throughout the night, and then the next day at work, he was like, "Dude, I got fucking cursed out last night because your friend was all fucked up and got me in trouble with the bartender, and they made me leave."
Wait, what happened though?
So
what did Allie do?
Allie didn't do
The bartender
anything.
is one of Allie's good friends
Yeah.
and our babysitter.
Yeah, so she didn't do anything. She
So-
just was introducing him to people. She didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to help the guy out.
Not our
but,
her good friend. I
Yeah,
don't know
whatever.
her.
The bartender. But the bartender, I guess, heard something about this guy and started screaming at him, making a scene in front of everyone at the bar, calling him a creep and stuff, when he was just trying to be nice and just try to make friendly conversation.
He just very
And he
gently
said
pulled his penis out and rested it on the shoulder of
He
some
could've.
young lady.
Who knows?
What's the problem?
Maybe they can tell us this story. Maybe I have this whole
You
thing
need to
wrong.
run home and verify this story with.
But
All
I
right,
was.
do
I
we have
found
Will
out.
here to talk about some event that we've already covered a million times? No, we have him here to talk about how big his dick is. Oh, no. We already covered
Does he
that.
use our shirt for
to
a cum
talk
rag?
about? No, we covered that too, Patrick. to talk about the Facebook questions. Will actually did his due diligence, which none of us and our guests normally don't do. Will actually cares and puts in a lot of effort, and then we tell dick and fart jokes and probably piss Will off. But trying to have fun here, buddy. You posted a bunch of things on Facebook, like questions and shit like that. Besides my goofy, dumb, retarded questions, what'd you get? Let's answer some of them.
I'm trying to look here. I'm on my
dick
and
penis.
Dick and penis. Dick and penis. Dick and penis. And balls. And penis.
In my mouth.
And penis.
And
let's
see Will Feiner's penis.
In my mouth.
Dick.
All right. Is that enough time? Do we stall long enough, Will? Dick and penis. Dick and penis. Dick and penis. Dick and penis.
Give me that dick.
Give me that dick.
For some reason, I can't find the post.
Hold on, bro. I got it. It's all good. Hold up.
We got it.
My mom sent me a message. It was a weird time.
Read it out loud. Read it in front of the class.
What did mommy say?
What'd she say? Did you do your laundry yet?
What?
I don't know. I'm just
Mom's
thinking
not
something
79
stupid.
years old. What are you talking about? Hold on.
What'd she say?
Paul Gonzalez accepted your friend request. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Boom. Yep.
I found.
Oh no! Wait. This isn't the post in the there it is. Transplant group.
Do you have the one from the Bastard Fest or from the Bastard Sermon group pulled up?
No, but I can get that one pulled. I have the one from your group. Can we answer those first, then we'll go in there?
Yeah, sure.
Hooligan Myman says, when the new Vermint release will be? ? That's how he said it. I'm not just drunk. I am drunk, but that's how he said it. Is NSYC Northside Yacht Club closed for good? Is Northside Tavern gonna host any more metal? Or are they closed? Same with Urban Artifact. I have HAV. A lot of questions brew, BRU.
He say I have HIV?
Something like that. Go ahead, Will.
Well.
So I guess to address the first part of his question, the Vermint had a release come out, and as far this past summer, I forget exactly when the date on that was, but they released their EP. I don't know that they have more music in the works unless I've missed something. So to answer your question, that would be that release already came out.
Is Northside Yacht Club closed?
Northside Yacht Club, ever an Urban Artifact, we already kind of touched on that a little bit. I guess just to kind of bring some finality to that discussion, I would say don't expect to see anything live from them this year, but none of them are done for good. As far as I know, they're all still operating under some capacity. So,
hell yeah, man. Hold on, I'm trying to find your post on the.
There was some couple of questions in your group.
I'm pulling that up right now. If I just search your name, I should be able to find it. Pat, can you lead us off in song and dance while I'm trying to find it?
Dick and penis. Dick and penis. Yeah, good dick and penis.
And penis. Dick and penis.
Maybe this would be a good time to chat about fast, real fast.
Tell us.
Pretty quick conversation.
Tell us, dude.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of something that this is the first time that we've all been in together since Bastard Fest was canceled.
Sad.
So I just wanted to reiterate to all the listeners that I'm definitely pumped about helping out with it whenever the time's right. So I really think that event is meant to be a celebration, and it will be whenever it comes back around.
For sure.
I know that somebody had commented on Facebook and asked
Steve
for
Worth.
a Bastard Fest update. And unfortunately, we don't have that information at this time. I think it was Steve. Yeah.
He owes 10 tickets.
But that's going to be a cool event whenever it does happen. So.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later. I mean, we put a fuck ton of work in that. It was like so.
And by
I was
we,
so upset that we couldn't get like any of that to go through.
Luke, me and you have to shut our mouths. They put in work.
I've never opened my mouth about any credit towards
Me
Bastard
and
Fest.
Will and Anthony Tank Daddy Mansfield.
1 week, let's talk about this. So 1 week, fucking Pat had some super serious fucking shit go down in his life, and the weight and responsibility was dropped into me and Luke's lap, which means just my lap. And then fucking, I'm just kidding, Luke. kind of. But they
say
were like,
something, Luke.
all right, let's figure out a meeting. And I was like, yeah, totally. This meeting will work perfectly. And then I don't remember what. I think Allie got hurt or something like that, and then it ended up being fine. So we canceled the first one, which everybody understood. Then the second one, everything was planned. I was cleaning my fucking house that day, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, I have a meeting." And then I checked the time, and it's an hour and a half past the meeting, and I was like, "I failed everyone." And this is like. They drop responsibility in my lap for fucking 2 weeks, and everything falls to shit. If it wasn't
just to
for
save
Will,
my credibility right here.
Let's hear it, Luke.
This was a meeting that he fucking dropped the ball on.
Who?
And I was with Mansfield like,
did.
hey, when's the meeting going to start?
So Cody dropped the ball.
Yeah, of
I
course
like
he
to
did.
include Luke in my fuck ups. It makes me feel better. When I
When you
fuck
shift
up.
blame.
But it's also blame Shifty's fault. Yeah, so I suck dick. Will is great. Anthony Tank Mansfield's great, and Pat's great. But yeah, we have no updates for Bastard Fest yet. We're gonna do it. We're definitely gonna do it.
Vaccinations
Everything's
and all
figured
that
out.
shit. Hopefully, just whenever we can get the
When
most
life
people
is
there.
fucking norm.
I'd love to do it. You guys put a crazy amount of effort into it, and we have a pretty good game plan now. So whenever we, like they said, whenever a vaccination happens, whenever we don't have to worry about a cap for the show as far as people being there, because there's going to be a lot of performers anyways. We don't want to cap that. We want to maximize the amount of people being able to
Don't
come
you
out.
want a big ass
support
fucking
this shit.
party when COVID's over?
Yeah,
Let's go
100%.
fucking
Don't you want to
Dude,
bring your grandma to this event?
Yeah.
Grandma, you just got vaccinated. You're not gonna get sick. We
Sure.
can go out now.
She's gonna
Bastard
fucking
Fest.
die soon,
We'll
dog.
tell you as we know.
She needs to see this show.
Let's move to the next question in the Bastard Sermon group page on Facebook. Only join if you're willing to participate in podcast shit.
Or Cody's gonna cry
Cocksuckers.
like a little beep beep.
The next one's Rory Towel. What's the craziest thing you've seen at a show you've promoted? Will. He's
Well,
thinking.
fortunately, there hasn't been too many crazy things because usually crazy things that happen at shows are, like things catching on fire or people getting injured severely. That's kind of crazy.
Wait, somebody caught on fire?
What?
No, oh my god.
Who got? Can you shout them out?
What? That was funny. No, nothing's ever caught fire that I'm aware of at one of my shows.
What are you doing? Great White shows? All right, nobody understands.
What the fuck are you
I'm
talking
really confused by that question.
Great White is a hair metal band, and they had a show in Chicago, and the place caught on fire, and a bunch of people died. It's a older reference.
Don't
sorry.
worry about him. Will.
Yeah,
Cody's making
I've seen
shit
the
up.
video. It's a pretty fucked up video. There's people like screaming and running and like trampling each other to get out.
Yeah.
And like the dude who took the video is like scrambling over people and like up on top.
Oh my god.
Well, at least he was yelling
Like-
World Star the whole time.
World Star! World Star!
But yeah, I think typically things that you are like go to a show and you're like, that shit was crazy. It's either the way somebody's playing or something bad happened. Like somebody's fucking leg broken up pit or something. So fortunately, I've never had like a serious injury at any of the shows I've booked here. There was one incident where a guy kept trying to grab a microphone from an artist, and then he got pulled off the stage.
Did he get kicked in the face by all the
Luckily,
fans?
he wasn't hurt, but that was like a disruption. I would say that as far as crazy things that I've seen at my shows, I would just say to highlight a couple of performances. The Pathology show last August 2019. They made that performance on the day that their new album came out. And they played in Cincinnati on the CD release day, on the album release day. And they played, it was an absolute overwhelming performance. They just absolutely nailed it. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen in a show.
Nice. That's really cool.
All right.
That would be one that comes to mind for sure.
Hell yeah. Dion Allen, last question. Very music based, very intellectual, well thought out question. What would you do if you got sexually assaulted by Bigfoot? and you only had 2 minutes to get a rape kit. Do you take the secret to the grave, or do you get the kit and everybody doesn't believe you and they make fun of you?
The fuck?
Will Feiner, the floor is yours.
That's a good question.
I'm sorry.
Appropriate amount of silence?
No, that's not sorry. Don't say sorry. That's a good question. Serious question.
Wait,
Serious answer.
Guys, did Will cut out completely? His thing's been frozen for a minute. Will, are you there?
I'm here. I personally would not probably take the rape kit. I wouldn't be someone that like say much about it for sure. You know, with it being Bigfoot, you know, I wouldn't want to like sell the fact that, you know, I took one, you know, from Bigfoot's member, you know.
How, how big do you
Some
think?
people want their own done, but I'm not that guy. So, you know, I might need like rectal reconstructive surgery. I mean,
Not if he's got a dick like us, boy.
I mean, he could have like a small dick.
Yeah, what if
Gorillas
he's got
have
a-
like the smallest dicks in the animal kingdom compared to body mass.
Or what if he's got a Cody Hucker / Will Feiner size penis and everything's fine?
An average penis, because his penis is huge and yours is baby.
I have no penis.
What is it?
It's a hermaphrodite.
No, I didn't hear Will. Say it again, Will. I think
I
it's
said he might not have a dick at all. It might not even be a him.
You're right. It
You're
could
right.
be a hermaphrodite, like I was saying. He could have no penis or no vagina. It could just be a crotchless Sasquatch. You know, it could just.
There's some people that think that Sasquatch is like it's not thousands of years.
that all cut out. There's some people that think Sasquatch is what?
Live for like hundreds or even thousands of years.
Yeah, those people smoke meth and live in the woods.
Speaking of smoking meth,
Yeah, people,
Do you
people
think-
believe all kinds of shit, man. People believe the Earth is flat. You know.
Yeah.
oh, we know. Trust us. Do you think Bigfoot is real, and is he a threat?
I gotta piss.
Is he a threat to mankind?
I don't personally believe that like Bigfoot exists in the way that people talk about him or that they believe. I think that people tend to align with something, you know, more sensational because it teases that part of the brain that likes the unexpected, you know. But there are a lot of things, you know, a lot of wildlife and a lot of things that we have not discovered yet about this planet. Which is very interesting. You know, you would think that we figured out pretty much everything except like remote insects in some, you know, random place in such and such country. It's really not the case. We're getting to deeper parts of the ocean than we've ever been in before, and they're discovering all kinds of things because of.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, sorry. Because of underground sonar testing, that's causing deep sea wildlife and life to come to higher surfaces. So we've been discovering some new aquatic life that we see.
I've heard about that.
So, you know, so
Did you-
I believe that the Bigfoot maybe not people tend to
Okay.
generalize about him, but I think that there is room to say that there are things that I discovered and that might boggle the mind.
Let me ask you this, Will. Serious question, serious answer. Same question to you, Luke. There's Bigfoot porn out there. I know there is. Would you jack off to that shit?
No.
You wouldn't? You really
No,
wouldn't?
I really wouldn't.
What if it's the last porn on Earth? What about Will?
My imagination's way better than porn.
Will, would you watch Sasquatch porn?
Dude, I would, but it's like poser Sasquatch. If it was actually a Sasquatch.
Like what? They didn't. They don't use a real Sasquatch. It's a person in a outfit
Yeah, well, that's bullshit.
fucking the person.
That's
It's not a real
Bullshit ass
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
It's a person in a costume fucking someone.
yeah, I'm saying that bullshit. I'm not going to watch it. If you didn't catch a Sasquatch,
I can't hear what Will's
fucking
saying. Can you guys?
I would probably watch it.
I mean, we should probably
Will's audio's cutting
see Google if there's Sasquatch porn.
Hold up. I
I guarantee it.
way too late in this podcast. I figured out an easier way to hear Will better since it's all cutting out anyways. Will, can you call my phone? Is there any way that we could just do it through that? Like, can you do it through a phone call interview? Because the audio keeps cutting out super bad. Like, I keep getting, like...
I'm trying to talk to you about Sasquatch porn, and I feel like I'm not getting a good response because I can't hear you, and I really want to know your honest opinions on Sasquatch.
Or if you have Pat's number. Because if you have my number, call it right now. Please. We'll get it done that way. You can stay on this video in the Zoom chat, by the way. That way that we still have your video, but just call it. You'll see us, like, stay on this, and then call us through your phone, or call me. I'm going to plug it in right now.
I have DMX.
What up, Will?
On my phone. I was really hoping he'd call me so I could hear DMX.
Will, can you hear us?
Which song?
X gonna give it to you, obviously. Yeah.
Stop.
Stop, bro.
Hold up. Will, can I hear it? Can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. Try it now. Talk now, Will.
Should we go to a quick break and figure that out?
I can go back to the audio on the computer, but it's cutting out really bad.
Is it still cutting out, Ben?
Oh, he sounds good now.
Oh!
Hey! Now he sounds like a sexy bitch.
You're on speakerphone, so you guys are probably going to want to avoid like too much shouting, just because I won't be able to hear.
This is my show, Will, and I can shout as much as I want to shout. Don't tell me how to use my show, Will.
Oh my god, dude. What are you doing to Will?
I love him, but I'm
We gotta work with Will. Why are you trying to yell at him? Jesus, Pat. He's trying to do things helpfully for you, and you're over here screaming at him. This is my show. I tell all the little dick and fart jokes that I want. I'll scream about my little penis as much as I want on my show. Will, I'm so sorry. All right, I apologize for this brute, this animal, this big hairy Italian man.
Let me just say real quick, Will, I'm sorry. Okay, like from man to man, like I love you, and I I'm only yelling because I'm just
gay, super gay,
just a little gay.
Cringe.
All right.
Please get me off of this.
Yeah. Okay. We could turn this back to serious. Will, I'm sure that you had things that you really wanted to talk. I know that our listeners like hearing dick and fart jokes and stupid shit, so we pepper all that in that way that it makes it fun for everybody to listen to. But I know that you have an agenda and you have things that you do want to talk about, and I don't want to just make this whole thing about my little dick. So please, anything that you want to like talk about specifically?
I would like to mention just, again, we kind of, at the beginning of the show, mentioned the first couple shows coming up. I didn't really mention much past 8. So I just wanted to revisit that real quick for any listeners. The October 23rd show is the first regional band that we brought in that's non-local to the Cincinnati area. And that's also a step up to the 75 cap show from 50. So that's a big win for us at Southgate House Survival. That we can get more people socially distanced. Again, they can fit up to they're allowed under the state guidelines to put 50% of their capacity inside that venue if they can keep it socially distanced. 275 people ain't going to be able to stay socially distant. And that's why we had to cancel Bastard Fest.
Yeah, bummer.
Because they've been running 50 cap. But we've got this stepped up to 75, and that's a big win. Because then hopefully even at 50 or 75 cap shows, we can generate enough money at the door to pay bands to still travel. Even if the show's not as big, they can still play shows. And they don't have the risk of getting sick or anything because we're monitoring how close people can be to the stage and, if there's a dressing room, who has access to dressing rooms, just things like that. But just announced the Halloween show today. I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to have a costume contest. It's the 50 cap show upstairs at Southgate. I would love to see some people come out in some sick-ass Halloween costumes.
Are you dressing up?
I personally am not. I've had a couple for Halloween shows, and it is always a fun time. And I know there's not as many people this time around, but it would just make it feel a little bit more like a normal Halloween to have some people in costumes and whatnot, So.
You should dress as Sasquatch.
God damn it.
Hey.
Come on, dude.
All I can do is take my shirt off, man.
Are you a really hairy guy?
One of the first dates me and Allie went on was that I've talked about it a bunch, the Vermont show. You guys had a Halloween dress-up competition that time, and a bunch of people won.
Northside Tavern?
Yeah, it was at Northside Tavern. People won like some merch, some records. Everybody's records donated some shit for people. Jesse dressed up as fucking King Diamond, and she won some shit, and some other people dressed up. It was a fucking great time.
That was a great time.
I was just giving examples for what you're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't interrupt you.
I won, and I also did a costume contest. It would have been probably the third show I think that I ever booked in Ohio. That was at Urban Artifact. We had a costume contest. I think Floydgate played it. Anyways, yeah. So that show's gonna be fun. Those shows are capped. The last 2 shows that we've had have hit capacity. So, again, only so many people are gonna get to come in. That's not gonna budge. So I recommend people get tickets early. I'm not saying that to sell you tickets. I'm not making any money on any of these shows. I've already said that. I'm not taking a dime for a single show that happens in 2020. We're giving money to the venue and to the band. People, I have a night job, so,
That's awesome, man.
What interest do I have in taking $100 or a couple $100 from a door from a capped event? Like, you know what I mean? The money's finite anyway, so why wouldn't I want to support people that have barely had a stage for the last half a year? So, anyways,
that's why
not to keep going on that subject, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about a show that's unannounced because
Tell us.
It's getting announced on Thursday, and by the time this podcast airs, that will have already come and gone. So you guys are going to hear it right here, right now. That's going to be the next show with Fuzzies. Oh yeah, give it that slap. I would pinch your nips.
Pat, the other one.
Patrick, do me proud, buddy.
Bars.
And the third one. Pat, the third one.
You have a third nipple?
Yeah, you don't
right
see
there.
it right there
Where is
underneath
it?
the one?
I
You
can't
don't
see
see
it.
that?
It's right there. Don't
Turn,
get
bro.
it.
Finger fucking belly button.
Now lick your finger.
Dude, I really did not want to finger his belly
Pat
button
has
just
COVID
then.
now.
But,
Pat has COVID
there's
now.
a fucking ecosystem in that thing, Pat, where the
He
fuck
got in
is the
there.
hand sanitizer?
He got in there, homie.
I felt it.
Here, hold on. I'll dump a little Pabst Blue Ribbon in it.
I knew the moment he reached in there, something wet was going to touch his hand. And
That didn't help you at all, by the way.
was gonna get
There's not enough alcohol in that to fix anything, Patrick.
That was disgusting. Don't ever touch it in the inside of Cody's belly button ever.
What's
ever.
in there, Pat? Is there like sand and cum?
It felt sandy. It felt a little furry.
A little cummy?
It was gooey. There was gunk.
For sure, every time I come, right before I come, I pull my shirt up like
I
that.
bet you come in your fucking belly button, you nasty fucking piece of shit.
And I've got such a weak, like, jizz.
It's like
Such a
Will,
weak jizz blast, it just barely, like, drips out of my penis and just into my belly button
Will,
immediately.
you got him to do it as if, like, it was, like you're
Oh my
having
God.
sex with someone, and they're like, just do it, and it's in the heat in the moment, and you just fucking go for it. That's what Patrick did just there for that belly button, and he regretted it right
And this
away.
is all because
gotta-
we're so excited about Will's show. Will, please announce it.
I gotta wash my hands real bad. Please announce this, though.
Sorry, we got that excited over this show. Go ahead, Will.
The show that is getting announced 2 days from now is the next show at Fuzzy, which is pretty much 2 months away. It's going to be in November on the 14th at Fuzzy's. It's going to be pretty much like a black metal show with some other extreme metal thrown in.
Sick.
Pandemonium is a sick Dayton black and death metal band.
What are they called again?
August, they played the Yacht Club with Autotune back in January of 2020. That was my first show of the year, and they're going to headline. Also playing that show is Bissy Rackmore, which is like a grindcore band. Members from Cincinnati and Dayton. Tribulus is a newer black metal band with, I think, predominantly Dayton members, and they're going to play that. And then also the Human Tragedy. That's a symphonic black metal band from Kentucky. They played the first show post-COVID lockdown at South Gatehouse, and they're outstanding. So it's a pretty solid bill. Fans of black metal, but also fans of death metal and extreme metal in general should take note.
I fucking love black metal. I love that that's coming. I wish that I didn't have small children. It makes it impossible for me to leave the house. I feel like such a phony all the time. I have people like you on, bands, fucking like all these people promoting events, and I tell everybody to go out, but I can rarely go out. And I swear to God, it's because I got a job. My girlfriend's got a job, and we have 2 children. But the few shows that I have been out to are all fantastic, and I would love to fucking check them out. Yeah,
There it
he's
is.
holding up the dates right there, and it's in good quality. Hell yeah.
Check out a tomb at the Southgate House Revival Friday, October.
Valdrin's going to be up there
23rd.
with friends, 6 p.m. Saturday, October 31st. Halloween metal and punk show at Southgate House Revival plus a costume contest. That's Southgate House Revival in Newport. Check out Saturday, December the 5th show, Deathcember at Southgate House Revival featuring Malignancy. And we'll keep holding it up. Go up a little bit. Oh no, now it's reflecting the screen. Oh God, what does it
It's
say?
starting to go to sleep. The screen is darkening.
Oh, there it goes. Hold on. Wait for the quality to reprise. It's coming. Wait.
Postponed.
Postponed? Oh, never mind. That's a postponed show. Postponed.
Yeah. I did want to mention December for sure. So basically, with the extended cap to 75 on the October show at Southgate House, we're working ourselves towards being able to logistically put 100 people socially distant in the downstairs of Southgate House for December, which is going to be freaking sweet. You know, I know that people have questions about what things are going to be like then, but I also don't recommend on waiting around on tickets for this. Malignancy is an old school death metal band from New York. And a guy already messaged me that he bought a plane ticket from Colorado to come to this.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Their band, you know, they were coming for Transplant Fest, and we're lucky to have it still coming. Only 100 people are going to get to see it. And, you know, it's a rare chance, you know, in this COVID-devastated live music year for some of our metal fans to get something really rare and to be a part of, like, a one-of-a-kind experience.
Oh, for sure. Can I be on the guest list?
What a piece of shit.
God.
Wait, what'd you say?
Patrick.
Did you say yeah?
I said no. I said you're right.
That's what you get, you star fucker.
Fine.
Well, and that's the show that we're charging $20 sale, and because I didn't want to throw December, have this show, and bring these bands still from out of state to a limited capacity show and not be able to make the same amount of money that they would have. You know, that's a pretty long drive from New York City, let alone being a band of Malignancy's, notoriety. So I wanted to be able to pay it. That's why the ticket is higher than it might normally be. But rest assured, all the money is going to the band and the venue, you know. So that's one, you know, and that's one thing that I think I'm most happy about doing, you know, in the process of throwing shows right now, is we're going above and beyond what we need to do, as is required by the government, you know, as far as keeping people that appear to be, you know, sick. We're taking temperature checks. You know, that's not something that's required. You know, you know, people show up without a mask. We have masks for them.
Are they Transplant Fest masks?
Transplant masks? No, I was told I should do that, but I didn't really want to like buy into the gimmick, man. So
I'd totally fucking wear one. I would.
yeah,
Even
So
though
I got-
if you think it's a gimmick, I'd still wear that shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
That shirt's sick as
I
fuck.
love your shirt.
I have it on right now. So to describe Cody Knarr's art, or Cody...
Cody Muscular.
Puscular.
Puscular.
Muscular, am I right?
So-
Puscular.
Shut up, Pat. Anyways,
I don't get it.
Cody's art is they take the Cincinnati skyline, they put a big upside down cross in the middle of it, and there's a fucking dragon on the top of it. I'm wearing the shirt right now. I love it. I love that there's a big back graphic. I wear it to work all the time and out constantly. I fucking love this t-shirt, man.
Yeah, 'cause
little
it's
transplant,
black. So
small in the
comfy.
front, and then he just advertises his boys' art hardcore. Like
It's
Will's
dope
not
as
going
fuck.
out of his way to tell you that he's got a production company. It's not like here's the dates for this. It's a fucking big giant piece of beautiful art and just very
a
right on the
sweet
breast,
shirt.
right on the fucking the chest pocket. Just like, hey, yeah, transplant production. Check us out.
I like the
We have
quality.
cool friends that make art like this. It's a fucking solid shirt.
I
Will.
really want to have some kind of like Cincinnati flavor to it. So, and Cody knew that. That was pretty much the only thing that I told him when I commissioned him to do it was have it be something that says Cincinnati. So
It's fucking sick, bro.
Cool that he chose some things from the skyline, and he wrote transplant. I think it was on the Fifth Third building, and there was 666 on the South Gatehouse Bridge. So he hit some fun little things in there.
That's awesome,
similar
man.
to the Skyline Taco or the Skyline Chili Dog that he threw on the Metal Scene Reunion show last year, which that was pretty fucking fun.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, we're coming up on about an hour. We're going to do our outro and our reads. Will, anything that you want to promote, any websites, any bands that you want to shout out, anything you want the people to know, let us know right now. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I did have a couple of things. Won't take more than a couple minutes. Upcoming announcements. I do have an announcement on the 24th, which is Thursday. It'll be live by the time you guys see the podcast. There's also another announcement that was planned for September 28th. I just got news today that a band was going to cancel, so that may be a little bit later. But there are 2 more announcements for this year coming from Transplant. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, I don't really think that I had anything that I was trying to push. As far as anything goes, I would say that I'm really looking forward to working with you guys again on Bastard Fest.
So are we, man.
Again, I'm just trying to keep things together with, keeping everything in perspective. This is just what things are. We're pushing to get things moved, and hopefully people that affect us the most, the people in power will take steps to help people take back their freedom, because I think that's what we all want. We just want to be able to do it in a safe manner. Nobody wants to be locked down, but I don't think any sane person wants to get anybody sick where they might die either. So it's this weird middle ground, and quite often when you take the middle ground, it's really hard people want to shout at you from both directions. But I think people that maintain a positive attitude and that find a way to realize that there is a middle ground on this will be the ones that carry the day, and so, we're going to keep doing shows, and we're going to keep doing them safely, and, people that feel safe come. People that don't feel safe don't come. We'll see you next year or some other time.
Fucking metal, brother.
Can I have one more quick question?
Fuck you, Pat. No, we're turning it off.
Of course,
Bye.
How long is your hair?
What?
it's pretty long. I don't know exactly. I haven't measured that either.
Take it out of the ponytail. I want to see how long it is.
That's for sure.
You think it's longer than mine, dog?
Yeah, I want to see how long your hair is.
I
Take it out of-
guarantee
I'm down
you.
the nipple.
I guarantee you his hair.
I've
is
been
longer
wanting
than
to see
yours.
this for as long as
No,
I've seen him with
his
long
hair's
hair.
about as long as mine.
Here.
He is about the same length.
Take it off the hat. Let's see it.
I think. I don't know. Mine goes to about nipple. It's hard to see it from here. Damn, what a sexy bitch, dude. Holy shit. About to tear that ass up. Yeah.
Alright.
Dicks and penis.
Dicks and penis.
Yeah.
Dicks and balls
penis.
and penis and balls.
Nutsacks.
remix.
Do you like that? I know that you're not much for the top 40, like the breakdowns. Your hair looks sexy. Your fucking production company's sexy. We appreciate working with you. Thank you for letting us fuck around. We had a great time hanging out with you, brother. Anytime you want to come back, let us know. We're happy to promote your shows.
Always
Whenever.
able.
Yeah, every time that we can. Love you, man. Take it easy, brother.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen. It's a pleasure. We'll see you next time.
Love
Take
you.
care.
I love
Deuces.
you. Say it back.
Hell yeah. Solid Will Feiner. All right, let's pause.
Yeah, let's take a quick pause.
Dudes, we're back. I just ate the best beef jerky, but my mouth's on fire, so I sound all fucked up.
Ooh, it's like some of the
What's it called?
best beef
What's it called?
jerky. It's called People's Choice Jerky. You can get a pound of
People's
it.
Poise.
Did I fuck that up?
No.
All right. I don't know what I'm saying. I've had like 4 Vizzies, which are awesome, by the way. You should get them. Kind of like a
We are not
seltzer.
They're
Sponsored.
5%. Why did you have 4 and you don't know what you're saying?
What?
You're on your 4th drink and you don't know what the fuck's going on?
No. I didn't eat that much today, so it went right through me.
I had
Absolutely.
like 3 shots of whiskey.
And I've had tincture, which last episode you were a little bitch about, by
I
the way.
wasn't on alcohol. If I drink, I don't have
wasn't
anxiety.
on alcohol, but this fucked me up so bad. And
What?
this is the shittiest weed
Aren't
in
you
this
on
tincture.
alcohol right now?
Yeah, I had like 3 shots of whiskey at fucking...
So what's the difference?
Well, it's, sorry, I've got hot
People's
stuff in
Choice
my mouth.
for jerky, by the way. Check that shit out.
It's so delicious, but it's wrecking my mouth. This is terrible for
It
a
wrecks your
podcast.
asshole every time I order this beef jerky like once every 2 months, once a month. It's like $30 on Amazon for a pound.
Nashville hot.
Nashville hot. Every other flavor they have is fucking awful, but this flavor is the shit, and I think it's like some of the best jerky I've ever had. Period. It's dry, it pulls apart. It's got a shit ton of
It has
flavor.
the best texture.
Yeah,
it has the best flavor.
It's
but it's hot as
fantastic.
fuck. It'll wreck your mouth.
And
I'm sure there's plenty of people on the internet like, oh, fucking eat ghost peppers for breakfast. I stuff them up my butthole, dude. I'll take the seeds and jam them in my pee hole. Good for you. Good for you, nerd.
good for you, nerd.
Sorry I don't spend all day jamming fucking Buchalokia peppers up my butthole.
Every single time I eat this jerky, no matter if I have a little tiny slice or a couple slices, I'm fucking wrecked the next day.
Great, dude, because I already
Magma
have hemorrhoids.
shits. You have hemorrhoids right now?
All the time, dude. Not right
All
now.
the time? That's
No,
not
right
fucking
now it's
good.
not bad.
Right now,
Luke, you ever had hemorrhoids?
never.
I've
I've
had
never
'em.
had an organ jump out of place.
Well, no, that's
It's not an organ jumping out of place, dumbass.
that's
It's
something
a
else.
fucking...
It's like an anal. It's an anal thing, It's an asshole
in your
thing.
bum from pushing too hard.
Luke's like,
That
that's
can
when your
happen.
lungs come out of your chest to go in your asshole, right? No, Luke, you fucking absolute
Yeah, that's what I
dumbest
said.
person
That's
I've
what I
ever
said,
met.
Cody. That's what I
Dog
said.
fucking retard.
That's what I said, Cody.
God, Luke fucks his dog and it makes him stupider every time that he does
You
it.
gonna take this, Luke?
It's
We're
too
gonna
easy
slap
to,
this
It's
bitch.
too easy to pick apart, Cody.
It really is.
If it is, then go ahead.
Let's see.
Well, now that I have the floor, just want to say that you're gay, dude. And furthermore, you're a faggot.
I mean, he's doing it for me.
I mean, Cody like insults himself all the time. Like earlier,
That's
Luke
true.
booked someone for the podcast. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And Cody's like, who's this? And I said, who's Cody
I didn't say it
Hucker?
like that, by the way.
He's
But-
like, who's this?
I just said, like,
Ah.
oh, who's that? But Pat took it as, who's fucking that? Fucking can't book people without telling Cody Hucker, dude. No, not at all. I was just curious. Like, who's
I
Luke
said-
booking?
I said,
no,
who's
I was
Cody-
curious. Stop stepping on my jokes, dick, dude. I'm getting somewhere. Who's
Joke.
Luke booking? Another Nazi? Perhaps a.
Did not happen.
It's gonna be a good episode. I
No,
hope.
you think that he'll
I
try
thought
to-
it'd be good. No, I said, who's Cody Hucker? And then Cody's like a fat retard. And I just thought that was so funny. He just dogs on himself. He is so
does.
easy that you don't even have to do anything. You're like, who's Cody Hucker? And then he'll just go on a rampage on himself.
Just let the subconscious do the work for you.
You think this guy's going to try to recruit you to a white supremacist movement?
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be so much
This
to talk
time-
about for the
'cause-
next 6 months.
Exactly.
Even
because
nothing cool
this
ever
time I
happens
would be
anymore.
like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I'd go there and I'd record it, and then it would be Patreon content. So go ahead.
To be honest,
At this point, it's getting so boring that I'm just like, well, I'll just book a Nazi, and then I'll pretend like I didn't know that he was a Nazi until he's halfway through his pro-slavery shit, and I'm like,
I'll fuck with him
oh, I
2
didn't
times.
even know.
2 times.
And
I
I'll
got you
cut
guys
out all
with
the
a
parts
Nazi.
where he's like, you booked me saying that this is a white pride podcast. Like, no, I didn't. And then I'm just like edit in, like, just to make it
you're an
interesting again.
idiot. Man, you hate black people? Oh, you suck, dude. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta say though that was, even though that guy came on and it was really bad that he
It was
came on.
bad. It was bad.
It's a good story topic. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
everybody in
hey.
2020 loves to hear that you had a Nazi on your podcast. That's what everybody in 2020 is all for.
Well, if you say, "Hey, I had a
Nazis.
Nazi in the pod," you don't say it like that. You say, "I had an accidental Nazi
they
on the
start-
podcast."
no,
thinking about how to
you say you
DDoS
have
our
like
website.
an Aryan sympathizer.
yeah, it makes it way better.
It makes it sound way less not.
Hell yeah, dude.
Did I ever tell you about?
So
like,
Luke booked another Aryan sympathizer on the podcast. What's the date, Luke?
I think it's December 8th, actually.
yeah,
You gotta say
7th
420.
or 8th.
420.
Hitler's birthday.
Sick.
Sick, bro.
Is that really?
I don't know. I'm
It might
not a
be.
Hitler historian.
I don't know, man.
If you want it to be.
You probably could look it up.
Dude, I'm in,
Hey, look, Google. It was 420 Hitler's birthday.
No.
I'm in such a fucking daze from the Nashville hot. Like, for real, I have that, like, do you guys ever eat hot food and you just,
No.
like, you go into this fucking, like
Hot food coma,
It's like, oh,
catatonic state.
like you're still there, but you're barely there.
No, I'm such a bitch. I'm such a bitch when it comes to hot foods, dude. That's why, like, if I go to any wing place, it's like a nice, mild something.
I'll go for a
Mild
medium.
You know what
honey
I'm saying?
barbecue.
Yeah,
kinda?
why not? Why
I
not?
like the
Like,
Asian
if like if I'm
thing.
going to fucking Quaker, which I might fucking go tomorrow, pick some up for lunch, but boom
Wild
boom
Mike's, homie.
sauce,
Wild Mike's.
boom
Del
boom
High?
sauce.
Fuck the Quaker steak. They fucked up all their sauce.
I never
That
been to
boom
one.
sauce ain't worth it. I'm telling you, they changed all their wing sauces garbage now. You got to go to the Wild Mikes. I'm telling you, bro. Go to Wild. Hold up.
listen
Don't
to
get sad.
Cody.
Don't even get sad. Come back to the mic. Come back. Luke, are you familiar with Wild Mikes?
I know about them.
All right, dude. Well, you ever had them though?
Yeah, I've had them.
You ever had the Carolina Gold?
No.
What's that?
All right, so the Carolina
sounds good.
Gold is
Don't
this
be
nice,
giving me no spicy stuff,
homie.
bro.
But you can choose.
a
That's
level
the
6.
I like to
Spice.
enjoy my food.
No,
I
it's
don't want
the-
to challenge.
7,000 Schofield.
Schofield.
I don't fucking know. I don't eat
That's
spicy
the guy
food.
who broke out of prison, Patrick.
No, so
Scottfield?
shut up. You're fucking. God damn it. What am I? Will Feiner? No, I'm just joking. Oh yeah. What the fuck was I saying? I'm so fucking.
Dead
My
air.
mouth is so on fire.
Come
I
on,
can't even
Cody.
think.
You can't even
Oh yeah, you
talk.
can choose the level of spice for every sauce. So like, even if you get buffalo, you can get a mild buffalo. So like, you can do that with the Carolina Gold. You can go anywhere from mild. Carolina Gold is a mustard-based barbecue sauce that comes from North Carolina or South Carolina, and
Bro, I just-
it's usually sweet. No, I'm telling you,
Boring.
it's quality. You get a nice mild or a medium, and you get it on the wings. They don't do breading on their wings. It's all nice, crispy, dry, delicious skin, moist, succulent inside.
On a crispy, buttery piece of wing. Delicious.
Buttery piece of wing.
This episode, as all episodes, is sponsored by the amazing, the talented, the incredible, the long dick wizard, Anthony Tank Mansfield. He
rapping?
runs.
I'm not wrapping this shit up yet. But I am always down to talk about Daddy
I'm
Mansfield.
fucking I just
This sucks
I'll
dick.
give it a try. But like I
We're
don't
ruining this.
if
No, we're not.
anybody if listeners are still listening for whatever goddamn reason you're still listening to the show, fucking if you know what I mean by boom boom sauce from Quaker Steak, you feel my pain. If they've changed that,
They changed that. They
that
changed.
breaks my heart.
They
dude.
not only changed how the sauce tastes, they don't call it, or no, they have the boom boom, but it tastes different, and they don't have any of the wing sauces that they used to have that I enjoyed.
Oh,
None of them. They changed them all.
Quaker, what did you do?
They fucked up, but Wild Mike's is still there. Go and get a Carolina Gold, mild or a medium. You can go for the hot if you cram fucking ghost
How often
peppers
you
in
go
your
in
dick
there?
hole.
Like a week. Honestly.
How many wings are you killing in a 7-day span?
Good question.
Realistically or joke answers only?
Realistically?
Realistically.
All
Okay,
right,
why would we ever want a
realistically, I
joke
go
answer?
once every 3 weeks, and I usually
Bullshit.
kill like 12 wings. 12 wings.
12?
But that'll be like my only meal for the
Bone
day.
or
Like, I don't eat a
boneless?
lot. I know that I'm a fat fuck, but it's mostly alcohol calories.
Boner or bonerless?
I like my wings full of dicks, so boner.
Flats or
Filled.
sticks?
I go flats. I think that
Okay.
the flat legitimately has a better, crispier
I
skin
agree.
texture on the outside. I think that
agree.
you get a nice flat, and people say that the dipping thing is an issue, and it isn't. It's only an issue if you don't have fingers. If you're a nubby-handed fucking Oompa Loompa and you don't know how to pick apart a fuck, all you gotta
Very
do
specific.
take
Twist
the top,
and break.
take the top, feel where the bones are at, boop, break
Yep.
that bitch. And then the meat comes right off. You
Yep.
dip the meat. Okay, a little extra work for what I would argue is better tasting fucking
agree.
meat, and the skin is better.
You know what? The only reason
Nah.
I would ever
More
give
flat surface area to cook. You're gonna get
Nah.
a crispier, more well.
I
No,
never
I'm-
take your word on
I'm
food.
with him. I'm with him on the flats game. But the only credit I would ever give a drum is just the
accessibility.
well, not just
So
that, but
easy
the
to just rip through it.
amount of meat. I can just grab it, go. and
I don't
just
like it with
have
the
a
bone.
fat ass piece of meat in
You know
my
what I
mouth.
don't like though?
What?
Whenever you do that, a lot of that meat's attached to that fucking knuckle tissue that's on top, and every once in a while you'll rip into it just like drunk, or
Yeah.
just like having fun, and you'll get that gristly knuckle. Go for that hefty fucking, like, I'm putting this thing down in 2 bites. Like, I'm not gonna chew my food real good. I go chomp chomp swallow so I can get to the next wing, and I go chomp chomp, and then you gotta, like, the food's halfway down your esophagus, and you gotta somehow like. But you don't want to get rid of it, so you just reach in your mouth of that
Allie,
baby
Allie,
breath food, and you pull the knuckle tissue out, and then
Allie,
you can
help me.
swallow.
I've literally only ever had like a good time eating my food. You know what I mean? Like it's an enjoyable time for me. What like my
Eating
life?
food's
My
enjoyable.
life sucks.
I eat
so
until I hate
like
myself.
when I eat a meal, it's like I this is a distraction from the reality around me. It's just me and my taste buds.
It's so primal.
Yeah, and now it's like whenever I hear Cody talk about food, it's like a challenge, like some sort of gauntlet. like some sort of like race that needs to be accomplished, or like something that will kill me by the end of it if I don't make the right decision.
And when I hear Patrick talk about food, or as he calls it, chicken tenders,
You think of the
I
kids
just
menu.
think,
Okay.
man, how many different flavors of honey mustard could there possibly be? There's for sure only 2, right?
Well,
There's
hold
like
up. I love honey
kind of
mustard.
sweet and really sweet, and that's it. It's honey and mustard. There's
When
no
it
way you can
comes
make it differently.
to chicken
Do
fingers.
you ever go for
I
a
don't- oh my
barbecue
God.
sauce? A ketchup, perhaps. Maybe a ranch.
I'll tell you what, though.
Just honey or just mustard?
I love,
Nope, honey mustard.
love honey mustard, and I love grilling lately. Grilling has been
What
my
have you been
shit.
Grills my life.
We made steaks that were fucking awesome. These ribeyes.
Now, I want to just tell you right now, like, I believe in
Burgers.
your grilling skill, and I'm proud of what you made, and I'm sure it was delicious, but don't you ever fucking think you can step to my plate when it comes to the grill game.
Hold up, I'm
When
not
it comes to
challenging
this
anyone. I'm
challenge,
new to
okay?
this shit.
I'll destroy you both.
I don't-
I'll dismantle
okay,
you, bud.
My eyes
Big
closed.
dick energy
I
over
would
here.
destroy you.
And I
It
won't
doesn't
even.
always have to be a competition between you
I won't even
boys.
grill it. I can do it in somebody's house. You give me a cast iron pan because I fully
Cody,
believe.
boring.
I fully
Boring.
believe it's not boring. I fully
God.
believe that the sear that you can get on a cast iron pan after you've really heated it up properly and you butter basted it with a little bit of fresh rosemary, thyme, and crushed garlic. You get a nice 2 tablespoons of butter. You butter baste it after you get that good sear in there. A little grapeseed oil.
I could care less.
A little high temp avocado
right
oil
now.
in the pan. Something that doesn't start to smoke until it's 500 degrees. You know how fucking hot a 500 degree pan has to be? Impossible. You're closer to
Brought
400.
to you by Wendy's.
You put your ribeye, you put your filet, you put your fucking T-bone, whatever you're cooking. I don't care, a skirt steak, anything. This nice hot cast iron pan. As soon as you see the first wisps of smoke off that grapeseed or avocado oil, always go for that high temp shit first. That way, that you don't get any type of smokage. Because as soon as it starts to really smoke, that means that your oil is breaking
I'm
down.
gonna hit you with a cast iron skillet.
No, I'm telling the listeners the perfect way to sear a steak.
No one gives a
as
shit
soon
about
as you
you
see the smoke,
and your food.
your oil is disintegrating and it's making your steak taste like shit. But when you see the first wisp of smoke, that means that it's about to do that. But when you put that cold steak in there, which really you should let it get to room temperature before you put it in the pan. That way that you, blah, 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 technical shit. But either way, it's going to cool it down. Whether
But
it
you
be
can't
room
make it right
temperature.
unless you do blah 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 blah.
You sear it. You with the grill, you're using these fucking grates, right? And it doesn't matter how pretty those fucking diamonds look. You're not getting a full body sear, right? You might be getting the smoke. You might be getting the fucking a little bit extra flavor, maybe, possibly if you're using charcoal, but not for sure if you're using fucking propane. But you're not getting that fucking Maillard reaction, which is that crust that's forming. And it'll be like black sear marks instead of this nice, delicious, golden brown, even on the browner side, crunchy, crusty crust. Once you see that, you know you're in for some fucking delicious steak. Throw a couple pads of butter in there. Throw your garlic, throw your fucking thyme.
Oh
and
my
your
God,
rosemary,
shut up.
Butter baste that bitch. And that butter,
God.
you tip the pan. The butter all comes up in a little
one
pool.
cares.
Big spoon. Got to have a big spoon, maybe a ladle.
I
and
need
you
a
just
steak right now.
baste it over there. And what'll happen is
I need a
you'll see
steak
your
right
and this
the
is after
fuck
you
now.
this is after you flipped it over. All your herbs and all your fucking garlic is sitting there. You've got your pan tilted. The butter's in a pool. Big spoon. Fucking baste that butter over the top of the herbs. It's gonna infuse the butter with the herbs and the garlic, and it's gonna, like, you'll see it sizzling and all the little cracks and crevices. Nothing that was able to be touched by the pan, because your steak has all these like little
getting my
fucking
dick
crevices
so
and
wet.
shit, and you're gonna fucking cook it to temp. And then as soon as you see it start to break blood on top, you know you're at a nice rare. More blood, it starts really leaking. You're at a mid-rare. You take that bitch off, set it down, and don't touch it. Don't fucking touch it. Let it rest. Let it rest, you fucking dirty whore. Let it rest. You know why? Because the muscle fibers contract when you put it in that nice hot pan. Imagine if you were in a nice hot pan. You'd be all, I'm in a hot pan. It'd take you a second to relax again. You relax, all the juices kind of just flow back out instead of pulling into one area. If you cut it right away, all the juice is going to come out. You're going to have a dry steak. It's going to suck dick. You let it sit there. Keep that butter in the pan. Don't let it burn either. Move it off the heat. You're going to want that butter for later. You're going to want those herbs for later.
Are you almost done? Like,
And then after it's rested a good couple minutes, you slice in that dirty bitch and you see these fucking ear to ear, perfectly mid-rare, just pink, delicious vagina-like insides of the steak. Don't
vagina-like.
slice it too thin, but just thin enough so that you can throw that in your mouth and fucking eat it. It's the best steak you'll ever eat. I don't give a fuck what Pat says or Luke says. I'll change your life with a steak.
I gotta
bitch.
say,
I'm
I didn't
passionate
pay
about this.
attention to a
Do
single,
it!
you're-
a
Change
single
my life.
word that you said.
I challenge you to change my
I
life.
got you.
I fucking dare you.
Got you, homie. I've cooked so many
dare
steaks
you.
for people.
When am I
They're
coming
always
over?
delicious. I got
Really?
you on. Actually, no, for real. We're going to Jungle Gyms on Friday. We're getting steaks. We're getting a bunch of shit. What day do you, just tell me? Actually, I got my kids on site. If you don't- no, for real. Being dead serious.
Being dead for real.
Shut up, Patrick. Sunday. Do you want to come over Sunday?
I get my schedule tonight. I will let you know.
If you can come over this Sunday, I'll have steaks guaranteed. I'll cook you a steak.
Jesus fucking
Got you.
Christ.
Guaranteed. We're
Oh,
going
wait,
on
is tonight
Friday.
I want to report.
27th?
I want to report
100%.
of how boring
Is
this
that the
is.
27th?
It's not boring to anybody that likes food.
If that's
I
the
know.
27th, I can't.
To be honest, it really did
well.
sound good. I'll give you that.
It sounds amazing.
It'll
It
have
doesn't
to
just
sound
sound good. Yeah, it's
I
the
want some good
27th. What do you got going on the 27th, bitch?
A 1-year anniversary with the lady.
Well, fucking kick that bitch to the curb and come eat a steak.
Is a steak a good steak? Worth
Am I about
breaking
to
up
pay
over?
you for my 1 year? Are you about to pay for my anniversary?
dude,
Are
I'll
you
sit
about
there-
to cook my anniversary?
Yeah, dude, you
Goofy
should do
French
that. You should
hat
get
on.
Cody to cater your fucking 1-year
She would
anniversary.
hate it. She would hate me.
Why? It would
Yeah,
probably
dude.
be good. What, did you
should
hear?
not
Did
be
you
serious.
just hear about the fucking
Probably.
mouth
I know it
orgy he
would.
I
just
guarantee
gave?
you Liz has not wanted to see me a day since she's seen me in high school. And to bring her
You guys
to
know
my
each
house, she'd
other?
be like, fuck, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to high school with her.
Small
Known her for
world.
longer than Luke.
Yeah, that's true.
I was about to say something fucked. Never
Uh-oh.
mind. Not about
Wow.
her.
Oh,
Cousins?
Are you?
About her.
Are you? Is Luke and her cousins?
Are we cousins?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to say it. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're
All
trying to create
fair. All
problems.
fair. All fair.
Say, who,
She
what
doesn't
happened?
listen to the show. I could say whatever I want.
You
about
won't want
her.
to hear it off air either.
Okay. Okay.
It's not about me.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's where is this going?
Where-
Where's your mind going?
Right
here,
to
Luke?
the ad
I'm not
reads. It's
worried about
9:15 and I
What
need
do
a
you think he's
cigarette.
about to
And this
say?
last half
Let's
does
wrap it
suck
up.
dick. Come on. What
What?
are we doing? We
No,
might
no.
as well cut this part out.
No. What'd you say?
This all
Luke?
sucks.
What?
What do you think he was gonna say there?
I'm not worried.
Who
about
gives
it
a
at
fuck?
all.
This episode is all episodes is sponsored by the amazing, the incredible, the talented, the long dick wizard,
Anthony
Tank
Mansfield.
Daddy Mansfield.
Dick and balls.
Balls,
And
dick, and balls. Mansfield's
Dick and
balls. In-
Mansfield's
in Cody's
balls.
mouth. Dick
in
and
my
balls.
mouth.
Daddy.
in my mouth.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah, he's got glassware. He's got T-shirts. He's got I'm drunk. I don't know. Buy a shit. Kneel to no one.
He's got good art.
TONOONE.com. You guys have heard me say this a million times. I'm sick of hearing my own voice. Luke, what is the
If
what's
you guys,
the fucking heroin shop that sponsors us?
Wow.
Oh,
we are
Smoke Shop, sorry.
sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. If you guys want to get any quality heady glassware for any of your stinky cheese or any sort of carrying packages,
Stinky
devices
cheese totally doesn't
for
mean
your
weed.
stinky cheese,
doesn't.
definitely does
Doesn't
not
mean
mean weed. Go waddle
It's not
on
a code
over
word for weed.
to one of the two
please.
stops.
Definitely not.
It's not.
Go on and waddle over to one of the two stores that they happen to own. They have one over at
Don't speak weed.
11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio 45249. Or you can go on over to 937 Monmouth Street, Kentucky, Newport 41071, and go ahead and tell them you're a frequent listener of the Bastard Sermon.
I'm a
and they'll-
bastard.
And they will freaking give you a 10% discount.
I'm sorry to everyone that hates this episode. I get it. I understand. Patrick?
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Fuck you
I'm
guys.
hanging in there.
We were talking about Sasquatch porn. I was into that shit. Really into
I'm
it.
not blaming Will. I'm blaming us
I
for
don't
the
give a shit.
last half.
Fuck it. I don't care.
Last 30 minutes.
Whatever.
This is the part
is
everybody
us.
tunes out for anyways. Who cares?
Oh my god. Cody's his
Everybody
biggest
turns
critic.
this shit off.
Tell people that you love this shit. Tell us all at the Facebook group.
I don't care.
Anyways, Cody, and he never does unless you go to the group and then he has to bitch because you're not fucking listening to the show. You're posting memes.
my show.
Oh, shit. When can we get in a crack smoking thread? I did a whole crack smoking thread.
We should have gotten into it
Let's touch
now.
on
Still
that
haven't
next
done it.
week. What next week's just us, right?
No, next week's my dude Billy Zimpelman, and that's gonna
Sick.
be a good.
Well, I
fucking
hope
episode.
Billy likes crack smoking because we're gonna be talking about it.
I bet he's got some crazy stories.
Oh,
We'll
what's
see.
happening?
Anyways,
we're talking about drugs.
I'll be killing myself after this episode.
Anyways, next episode won't happen because Cody killed himself because he's a big
wanna-
baby.
if you wanna
At
go
Cody
to my
Best
funeral,
at Clifton Barbers,
Jesus Christ.
337 Ludlow Avenue. Go
it's not
check
where my
out.
funeral will be at.
Go check out Clifton Barbers and get a sweet
Down by the
do.
river.
And if you go to their Instagram and Facebook, Clifton Barbers, they have bio links to all the personal accounts. There's no walk-ins at the moment due to COVID, same-day appointment.
Yeah.
So either show up and get scheduled or call in and get a spot. They also have online booking.
If you try to walk in, you'll get beat up.
If you walk in and they're looking at him wrong, you're going to get beat up by Cody Best specifically. Cash only, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday. And again, that's 337 Ludlow Avenue. Make sure to hit up Cody Best specifically. He's the best one. He's the best one.
Damn, dude. I wish we were as good as Cumtown. You ever listen to Cumtown and just wish that you were as funny as Nick Mullen?
No, I don't really
Dude,
give a
every
fuck
week,
about it.
I'm like, dude,
be
I
honest.
wish that I was as funny as Nick Mullen.
Cody's just listening to podcasts by famous people. He's just like, man, I wish my podcast
Nick
was
Mullen's
this
not even
podcast.
that
I wish
famous.
my podcast was famous.
I wish my podcast was this podcast.
I wish my podcast was famous.
Hi, I'm Scott Malkinson, and I have diabetes. Hi, I'm Cody Hooker, and I'm with my podcast with Famous.
Yeah. Mimsy.
All right, so
Last thing I want to shout out real quick is my art page, Dark Mountain, called I'm going to have some new shirts,
Go draw your wiener.
motherfuckers. So
It's actually a sick shirt. The first thing I get excited about
yeah,
is
he's
this
putting
shirt.
me and Cody on the guest list for free T-shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
free T-shirts for me and Luke.
Yep, that's what's happening.
He said anybody that asks him can have a free T-shirt. Just hit him up.
Seriously, hit me
Nonstop.
up for some art. Let me do some
50
shit for you.
emails in a row. You'll get a free T-shirt. Blah blah blah.
And,
sorry.
Yep, hit me up, and I'll draw your cock if you want.
Dicks
Yeah, if you want.
and balls and dicks and balls.
So fucking
Dicks
next week, you
and
fucking
balls.
weirdos.
Dicks,
We're outta
and
here.
balls. Dicks
and balls and dicks
dicks
and balls.
Peace.
Dicks and balls. Dicks
We're outta
and
here.
balls.